Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. So, welcome back to another video that we are making today, and I hope you're enjoying today's Monday. And so, today I want to talk about television and the effects of television and society, on the population. This is a very interesting topic to reflect on because um, many people believe that television is evil, you know, but I would say that television is a tool, and as a tool, it can be used, for positive, for to create something, to use it to be useful for something good. But it also, on the other hand, can be used to, be a destructive tool that can. Let's say for example, a hammer, can be used to build a house. Can nail the, you can do a lot of things, positive things, right, with the hammer. But you can also kill somebody with a hammer, which is view as something that is destructive, right? So television, I believe, is the same thing. As a tool, it was invented for, it's a human invention, and invention is an innovation. Is, we can say, is to better our lives, or it's supposed to be that way. And I believe, based on my opinion, that yes, the television has been used for positive things, but in majority of cases, it has been used for, I can say, negative things. And I can list a few examples of how television has impacted society negatively. And something that comes to my mind is uh, violence. The way we portray different situations in movies, in teleseries, series, and commercials. I see on TV we are teaching values, but nowadays we are teaching, I think, a lot of like revenge, a lot of impulsivity, and you know, uh, I mean, fighting. There is a lot of violence that you can see in different programs if you pay attention to different movies, to different TV series. It's about guns, it's about war, it's about the good and the bad. If you see it, there is always or many times these good people, bad people, and there is always a battle. There is never, a think about, or rarely you see spirituality in there, where people are, um, you know, beyond the level of good and bad, or beyond the duality. And of course, I mean, we can argue that who is gonna watch those programs? They are boring, right? But we have to be knowledgeable that whatever we watch is affecting our behaviors, right? Because TV is like, I mean, we're absorbing, and it's important to mention, that the level of absorption depends on the level of, how can I say, mind development or consciousness development, because uh, people who already know what's in TV, what's the content, what's the food that you're eating. If you know what is good and what is bad, you know what to absorb and what not to absorb. But the problem is with kids. They start watching these programs at an early age, and if you notice, I mean, a lot of these programs are targeted to kids. And if you look at the content of those cartoons, for example, or program for kids, they are promoting again that the fighting, the good, the bad, the evil, and the good, again the same two poles, the same two things, letting people know that yes, I mean there's evil, there's good, bad people, and I don't know. I mean, there's different perspectives of this, different approaches that can be implemented to change the way we portray, society to the new generations. And there's things that we can do to change this, good and bad, these battles, these fights that they see, this revenge, that is very repetitive, and that's why I don't watch TV that much, or I choose to programs that I like that are informative, or I know what I'm watching. I know what's good and what is bad. But unfortunately, I mean, a lot of this media is targeted to vulnerable people. Like young people, people with addictions. It's a lot. Drugs. Um, Alcohol, sex, all of that is in the media, and they know that um, we are vulnerable. People are vulnerable. They're playing or they are targeting those defects or those addictions that people can develop to, for example, food, as I said, alcohol, sex. Because there is a lot of that is damaging our society right now, and it sells. In the media, that's that on TV. This really really sells, and you see it on the singers, celebrities. They're promoting, they're selling sex. If you see their videos, if you see what do you call those videos where they're singers, they're showing, exposing themselves. Just yesterday I watched the Super Bowl or the halftime. I didn't actually watch the game, but the halftime I just pay attention to what those singers, that they had, the Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, showing their, almost showing everything. Very sexual dances, very sexual choreographies, and you get to think about, and what is the new generation is going to be with this type of uh, teaching, if you want to say, or this type of values we're living to them. It's amazing. I mean, how much you can do, or TV can affect people's life. But I hope that um, things change. The programs. What I'm seeing right now is that I'm hopeful that many people are awakening. Many people know that there is a lot of trash, a lot of negativity, a lot of bad programs in TV, in commercials, and people are being more mindful about what they watch, and they're less likely to watch anything, or just get hooked on those one of those trashy programs. People are becoming more selective on what they watch, and more aware of the subliminal messages that they see on TV, um, and that's changing. So hopefully, and it has to do also with social media, with YouTube, with Facebook, and I mean different things that now you are aware of more things. People, regular people, we can say that, are exposing things. We are easily can see different perspectives of one topic, not as controlled as before. That's sort of what I think is changing, because before we are watching the news, or we're watching programs that are selected for us, for us to watch, because that's what was on TV. It was before, even before, there was like 3, 4, 5 channels, or not too many options, right? And we would just get watch whatever is available, and many of those programs are not good for us, but I mean we were looking for entertainment, right? But now there is different options. And I hope that we change our television change based on the people really, the people who are in charge of putting these programs really understand that the society is changing, that these programs are not selling anymore, that I think that's the hope that we have on television, that there is an awareness of these owners or these people who makes their movies and programs to make a better selection and better options for all people, because they need to know that we are changing, we are becoming more aware of what's out there. And we in personally, I don't like to watch programs with a lot of violence and you know uh, those that sell revenge and the good and the evil and all of that. I believe that we can go beyond good and bad and become a more spiritual people, more universal consciousness, more social oriented people. Well, this is all for today. Um, just encourage you to be more selective on what you watch and open your eyes, be more conscious aware.